Hello everyone, I'm Greg Otta with FedScoop TV. Welcome to our Cybersecurity Hero Series, and I'm talking with Kiersten Todt, the Executive Director of the President's Commission on Cybersecurity. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Greg.
So, talk to me and share with our viewers a little bit about this commission and how you see the commission working to improve the country's cybersecurity posture.
Sure. So if the commission was formed out of the executive order that the president released in February of this year, and if you look at the executive order, it's a broad-ranging group of topics, and the way that the commission is scoping them out is looking at the 8 topics that are laid out under the heading of the digital economy. So essentially, how are we going to set up the digital economy? How are we going to facilitate it and ensure a secure digital economy 3, 5, 10 years into the future? This will be a forward-looking report in setting up the digital economy and in supporting the infrastructure in this country, both in the public and private side, to do so.
So I know that you've had 2 meetings so far, 2 public meetings. What have you learned in those meetings that you think will go into the report that will help the public and private sector think differently about cybersecurity?
So I think one of the fascinating parts of this for those of us who have worked on cybersecurity for a long time is, and one of the commissioners said this at the first meeting, is the problems haven't changed. They may evolve, they may grow, but we still have the same problems. So maybe the challenge has been that we're not looking at them in the right way. And one of the key elements that seems to be threading through the discussions, as well as how we're looking at the problems, is the element of human behavior and human incentives. So when we're addressing cybersecurity, we tend to look at technologies. How are the technologies being identified? What are the most effective technologies? And certainly technology is a key part of this, but the human element and the people element of this is critical. And so I think as we position this report and as we're drafting it, my sense is that the commission will put forward a narrative at the beginning and that will thread throughout the report that really does focus on the human behavior and the human incentive part of this.
So when that report does come out in December, what do you think has to happen for it to be successful?
So most immediately, first the report is due December 1st of this year, and essentially on December 2nd, there need to be actions that we've outlined in the report that can be implemented immediately. So our goal for this report is to combine a set of short-term actions that can be put in place and implemented immediately, combined with longer-term ambitious goals and proposals that thread through for the next 3, 5, and 10 years. And that combination ultimately will hopefully make this a successful and effective report.
Well, Kiersten, I know this is a very, very big task, so I appreciate you stopping and giving us some insight into your work for the next couple months.
Thanks very much, Greg.